Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum student. Today I am going to solve the O-level past paper 2, October, November 2023, version 1. Before starting the paper, I request you please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button. Let's start the paper. Question number 1, part A. The population of a town is 36,400. 23% of population are age 18 and under. Work out the number of people in the town age over 18. You see here percentage population age 18 and under is 23%. We write here is 23%. And the population our age over 18 will be equal to 100 minus 23%. And this will be equal to 77%. Therefore, total population age over 18 will be 77% of total population. Total population here is 36,400. We write here is 36,400. And 77%, we can write 77 over 100 multiply 36,400. This will be equal to 28,028. We write here is 28028, and this is the answer. Part B, in a village, the ratio of ages of population is here, it's a 4:11, ratio 5. There are 890 people, age over 60. Work out total number of people in the village, age 60 and under. Firstly, we write the ratio here. The ratio under 18, ratio 18 to 60 over 60. Here the ratio is 4:11, ratio 5. We suppose that the actual values of these ratio will be 4x, ratio 11x, ratio 5x. These values are the actual value. Because we divide the actual value, a constant number, we suppose that this constant number is x, from which we get the ratio. Actual population of age over 60 here is 890. We write here total population age over 60 equal to 890. You see here the actual value here is age over 60 is 5x. Now 5x equal to 890. Therefore, we can write it as x equal to 890 divided by 5. This will be equal to 178. And 178 is the value of x. Therefore, now the total number of people in the village is 860 and under. The total value will be 4x plus 11x. And this will be equal to 15x. Therefore, 15 multiply 178. This value will be equal to 15 multiply 178. And this will be equal to 2670. And this is the answer. Part C, in 2015, the population of city was 7,02,800. In 2020, the population 6,78,202. Calculate percentage decrease in the population from 2015 to 2020. The percentage decrease is equal to decrease value, our initial value, multiply by 100. The decrease value we can find by taking the difference from the population of 2015 was 7,02,800 minus the population of 2020 was 6,78,202. Our initial value, you see here, is 7,02,800 multiplied by 100, and the difference of this value is 24,598. and divided by 702800 multiplied by 100, and 20 will be cancelled. When we divide this value, we get 3.5% is the answer. Part second, the population of city increased 12% between 1980 to 2015. Calculate the population of city in 1980. Firstly, we suppose that the population of city in 1980 is equal to X. Now let the population in 1980 equal to X and the population in 2015 is equal to X plus 12% increase, 12 over 100, 12% increase of total population of 1980. Therefore, we can write it as X plus 0.12X. This will be equal to 1.12X. And the population in 2015 was 7,02,800. We write here is 7,02,800. This will be equal to 1.12x. Therefore, x will be equal to 7,02,800 divided by 1.12. And this value will be equal to 6,27,500. This is the answer. Part D, the table shows the population and area of some country. Work out how many more people live in Bahrain than in Maldives. You see here the number of people live in Bahrain here 1.154 into 10 power 6. The number of people live in Maldives here is 3.92 10 power 5. We have to find the how many more people live in Bahrain. We will take the difference, this value. 10 power 5 is a common here. Therefore, we can write 1.54 multiply 10 minus 3.92. And this value equal to 1.54. We can write 15.44 minus 3.92 multiply by 10 power 5. And this value will be equal to 11.48 multiplied 10 power 5. We have to write this value in standard form. Therefore, we shift the decimal from right to left side. And this will become 1.148 multiplied 10 into 10 power 5. And therefore, this value equal to 1.148 into 10 power 6. This is the answer. Part second, the population density of country is the number of people per square kilometer. Which of this country has the highest population density? Population density formula here is total population divided by area. This will be equal to population density. Population density, we can find divide the population by area. And you see here the first population, Bangladesh 1.63 multiply 10 power 8 divided by 148,000, we get 1.09 10 power 3. This is the density population. Next is the value Bahrain is 2.03 when we divided the population with area. Third, the population of Maldives with the area, we get 1.32 multiply 10 power 3. And next, the Lebanon population with area divided by area, we get 5.12 10 power 2. Now, which the density, highest density here, you see here the Bahrain value, the population density of Bahrain is the highest value, 2.03 10 power 3. Therefore, we write the population density of Bahrain is the highest. Population density of Bahrain is highest, 2.03 multiplied 10 power 3. We write here is 2.03 multiplied 10 power 3. This question number 2. Triangle A, triangle B, and line R are drawn on the grid. Write down the equation of the line R. You see here this line R is parallel to y-axis and this line R cuts the x-axis at x equal to 2. Therefore, this line equation of line is x equal to 2 and we write here is x equal to 2 is the equation of line. Second, draw the image triangle A after reflection in line R. You see here this is the triangle A and we name the object points of triangle A is A1, A2 and A3. Now we mark the image points after reflection in line R. You see here the object point 1 is 4 unit away from R. Therefore, the image points will also be the 4 unit away 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the A1 dash. The A2 is 1, 2, 3, 3 unit away. Therefore, we mark the A2 dash will be on the right side 3 unit away 1, 2 and 3. This is A1 dash, A2 dash. And next is the point A3. This is 1, 2 and 3 unit away and therefore we mark 1, 2 and 3 unit away A3 and A3 dash is the image point. Now we join all these points. You see here, this is the triangle after reflection and the coordinates of A1 dash, A2 dash and A3 dash we mark here. A1 dash here is 6, 4. A2 dash points here is 5, 4 and A3 dash 6, 2. These are the image point of the triangle after reflection. Next is the part B. Part B describes fully transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. You see here the size of the both triangle is same. Now therefore if the size of triangle is same, therefore this is not the enlargement. Firstly, next we will see the triangle A is to be dragged or not. You see here this is not to be dragged. Therefore, we have two options here of the transformation. One is the translation and other is the rotation. We can check this translation or rotation by joining the image points and the object points. And we see if the lines are parallel, this is translation. If the lines are not parallel, this will be rotation. Firstly, we mark the image points here. This is this is B1. This is B1, this is B3, and this is B2. Now we join these image and object points. We see the lines are parallel or not. Now you see here, we join these A1 to B1. This is the A1 to B1. Next is A2 to B2. You see here, these lines are not parallel. Therefore, this transformation is rotation. Next, we have to find the center of rotation. Now, the center of rotation, we can find the perpendicular bisector between A1, B1, the next is A2, B2, and where the both perpendicular bisector intersect, this will be the center of rotation. Now, to get the center of rotation, firstly we mark the perpendicular bisector between A1 and B1. The perpendicular bisector A1 B1. You see here, this is the perpendicular bisector. We name it as PQ, and the next perpendicular bisector between A3 and B3. This is drawn with the blue lines and till we name it as LM, and both perpendicular bisector intersect at this point 0, 0. Therefore, this is the center of rotation. And if you draw the third perpendicular bisector between A1, B1, this perpendicular bisector will also pass through this center of rotation. Therefore, we write here is the single transformation that's A onto B is the rotation in anti-clockwise direction. Angle of rotation we can find, and if we join A1 to center of rotation, you see here, this is the line A1 to A2 to center of rotation and BT2 to center of rotation. You see here, this angle is 90 degree in anti-clockwise direction. Right here is rotation in anti-clockwise direction 90 degree, and the center of rotation is 0, 0. Center of rotation 0, 0. And this is the working of the transformation of A onto B. Question number 3, part A, the equation of line L is 4y equal to x minus 5. Find the gradient of line. Now this equation we can write it as y equal to 1 over 4x minus 5 over 4. This equation is divided by 4, we get y equal to 1 over 4x minus 5 over 4. We compare this equation y equal to mx plus c. When we compare it, you see here the coefficient of x is gradient of a line. Therefore, m here will be equal to 1 over 4. And this is the gradient of a line L. Next is the part second. Find the coordinates of the point where line L crosses the x-axis. You see here the equation of line here is 1 equal to 1 over 4x minus 5 over 4. If this line crosses the y-axis, the x will be equal to 0. We substitute the value here. X is 0. We get y equal to 1 over 4 into 0 minus 5 over 4, and this will be equal to 5 over 4. Therefore, the coordinate of this point where the line crosses the y-axis will be 0 minus 5 over 4. 0 minus 5 over 4 is the answer. Part B, A is the point and B is the point. Find the length of AB. The length of AB we can find by using the distance formula. The distance formula here is the x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square and the square root of whole value. Therefore, x2, x1 we mark here, this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, and this is y2. Therefore, we can write it as x2 is minus 2, x1 is 4, and we write x minus 2 minus 4 whole square, and y2 is 8, y1 is 5, we can write 8 minus 5 whole square, and this will be equal to minus 6 whole square is 36, and 3 whole square is 9, and therefore we can write it as square root of 45. Square root of 45 is equal to 6.70. In the decimal, this answer is 6.70 is the answer. Next, find the equation of line AB. Give your answer in the form of y equal to mx plus c. The equation of line y equal to mx plus c. Firstly, we find the gradient of line. The gradient of a line formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Therefore, we can write it as y2 here is 8, y1 is 5, 8 minus 5, and the x2 is minus 2, x1 is 4. We can write it as 3 over minus 6, and this will be equal to minus 1 over 2. Equation of line, it will y equal to minus 1 over 2x plus c. Now to find the c, we put the value of point A, 4, 5 in this equation, 4.45. The value of y is 5. The value of x here is 4. Therefore, we can write it as 2 to the 4. The 5 plus 2 equal to c, and c will be equal to 7. Therefore, this equation become y equal to minus 1 over 2x plus 7, and this is the answer. Question number 4, part A. These are the first 5 terms of the sequence. Find the next term of the sequence. Firstly, we see the difference between each term. You see here the difference here is 7 in each term. Therefore, the next term we can find by adding 7 in this term. 33 plus 7 is 40, and 40 is the answer. Find the expression for the nth term of this sequence. You see here, this sequence is the linear sequence, or in other words, you can say arithmetic sequence. The nth term of the arithmetic sequence we can find by this formula a plus n minus 1 into d. This is the a is the first term, here is the first term is 5, n is written as it is, minus 1 is written as it is, d is the common difference. Therefore, we write here is 7. Therefore, this value equal to 5 plus 7n minus 7, and this will be equal to 7n minus 2. This is the nth term. Next is the part third. Tk and tk plus 1 are consecutive term of sequence. The sum of these terms is 703. Find the value of k. You see here, this is the nth term, 7n minus 2. Therefore, tk will be equal to 7k minus 2. We replace n with k. Next is tk plus 1. We can write this term. If we replace n by k plus 1, therefore we write s in replace of n is k plus 1, 7 into k plus 1 minus 2. This value will be equal to 7k plus 7 minus 2. This is equal to 7k plus 5. The sum of tk and tk plus 1, this will be equal to 7k minus 2 plus 7k plus 5, and this will be equal to 14k plus 3. You see here the sum of these two terms is 703. We can write it as 14k plus 3 equal to 703. Therefore, 14k will be equal to 703 minus 3, and this will be equal to 14k equal to 700, and therefore k will be equal to 700 divided by 14. 14 times 1 is 14, 14 times 5 is 70, and 14 times 0 is 0. Therefore, the 50 is the value of k. Next question of this paper. Part B, an expression for the nth term of a different sequence is n squared plus a n plus b. The first term of sequence is 3, third term of sequence is 19. Find the sixth term of the sequence. You see here the nth term of the sequence here is n squared plus an plus b, and therefore the first term will be equal to 1 squared plus a into 1 plus b, and this will be equal to a plus b plus 1. Next is the term, third term t3. This will be equal to 1 square, 3 square plus a into 3 plus b. We replace the n with 3. Therefore, we get this expression 3a plus b plus 9. The first term, you see here, a plus b plus 1 equal to 3, and this value will be equal to a plus b equal to 2, and next is the 3a plus b. This 3a plus b plus 9 equal to 19, because the third term is 19. Therefore, this equal to 3a plus b equal to 19 minus 9 is 10. Simultaneously solve, we can get the value of a and b. You see here, we can write it as a is equal to 2 minus b, and we put the value in this equation, 3 into 2 minus b plus b equal to 10, and this will be equal to 6 minus 3b plus b equal to 10, and minus 2b equal to 10 minus 6, and this will be equal to minus 2b equal to 4, b will be equal to 4 over minus 2, and b equal to minus 2. We will find the value of b. If we put the value in this equation, we get a equal to 2 minus b is minus 2. Therefore, 2 minus 2 is 4. A is equal to 4. Now the nth term value will be equal to n square plus the value of a is 4 Therefore, 4 and value of b is -2. We write -2. This is the nth term or sequence. Next is the 6-term sequence. This will be equal to T6 equal to 6 square plus 4 into 6 minus 2. We replace the n with 6. Therefore, its value become 6 square plus 4 into 6 minus 2. And this will be equal to 36 plus 24 minus 2 is 58. This is the 58 is the answer. Question number 5, part A. This is a part of our bus timetable. Work out how long the bus takes to get from the town square to Business Park. Now we have to find the journey time from town square to Business Park. Therefore, the journey time will be equal to arrival time minus departure time. That's equal to journey time. And the arrival time is 7:16 and the departure time is 6:30. We take the difference and 30 cannot be subtracted from 16. Therefore, we get 1 hour from 7. Therefore, its value becomes 6. And this will be equal to 1 hour plus 16 minutes. It becomes 76 minutes. We will take the difference. 76 minus 30 is 46. And 6 minus 6 is 0. Therefore, 46 minutes it takes to reach the business park. Therefore, we write the 46 minutes is the answer. Next is the Tom arrive at 7:12. He gets on the next bus to the airport. Find the time he arrived at the airport. You see here, Tom reached the station, railway station at 7:12, and he can get the bus of time 7:28. Therefore, the departure from the railway station is 7:28. This bus arrive at the airport at 8:15. Therefore, you see here the 8:15 is the answer. Part B, a 160 worker at the business park, he are asked the time taken in minutes for journey to work. The results are shown in the cumulative frequency diagram. Use the diagram to estimate the number of workers whose journey took less than 30 minutes. You see here, this is the 30 minute and the number of worker now whose journey took less than 30 will be 56. You see here, 1 square shows the equal to 4 unit. Therefore, the total worker whose journey took less than 30 minutes will be 56 minus 0. And this is the answer. 56 minus 0 is 56 is the answer. Part second, use the diagram to estimate the interquartile range. You see here, this is the cumulative frequency curve. From this cumulative frequency curve, we can find the interquartile range. In this interquartile range, the formula is Q3 minus Q1. Q is 3 is the 3/4 value of the data. Here is the 160 worker. Now the 3/4 multiplied by 160, that's equal to the 1/20th worker time for the journey. We see the 1/20th worker time. Now you see here, we draw the horizontal line. This is the horizontal line. It intersects the curve at this position. Then we will draw the vertical line. This vertical line intersects the x-axis at this position, and this shows the 54 minute, and this is 52 and this is 54. Therefore, 54 minute is the value of Q3 minus Q1. Q1 is the 1/4 value of data. Then the 1/4 value of data you see here. Here are 160 worker. Therefore, 1/4 multiplied by 160. This is the 40th worker time for the journey. Now the 40th worker time journey, we draw the line, horizontal line from 40 to 40. This it intersects the curve at this position. We will draw the vertical line. This vertical line intersects the time axis at this position. This is 24 minutes. Therefore, the 40th worker time is 24th, and the difference will be 54 minus 24 minutes. This will be equal to interquartile range. We write here is 30 minutes, and we write this answer here is the interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. This will be equal to 54 minus 24, and this will be equal to 30 minutes is the answer. Part third, the percentage of worker whose journey took longer than 1 hour. The number of workers, percentage of worker whose journey longer than 1 hour is equal to, this percentage is equal to total number of workers whose journey longer than 1 hour. Our total workers multiply by 100. Now you see here the total worker here are 160, and we have to find the total number of worker whose journey longer than 1 hour. You see here this is the position of 1 hour. Now we draw the vertical line. This vertical line intersects the curve at this position. We will draw in the horizontal line. This horizontal line intersects the cumulative frequency curve at this position. This is 132, and 160 to 132 worker time is whose journey longer than 1 hour. Therefore, we write here is 160 minus 132, and this will be equal to 28 over 160 multiplied by 100. 0 will be cancelled. Now 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 7 is 28. Therefore, 70 over 40, and this will be equal to 35 over 2, and this is 17.5% is the answer. Part C, Chan's journey to work a distance of 37 kilometer, correct to nearest kilometer. His journey on Monday takes 43 minutes, correct to nearest minute. Calculate the lower bound of the average speed of his journey. Give your answer in kilometer per hour. You see here the speed of the journey, average speed of the journey is equal to total distance divided by total time. We write here is average speed equal to total distance divided by total time. But we have to find the average speed in lower bound value. Therefore, average speed of lower bound value will be equal to total distance in lower bound, but total time in upper bound. The total distance here is given here is 37 kilometer. The error here is equal to accuracy divided by 2. Accuracy here is 1 kilometer. Therefore, we write is 1 kilometer over 2. This will be equal to 0.5. For the lower bound value, we write 37 minus 0.5. This will be equal to 36.5 kilometer. And next is the time. Here is the time here is 43 minutes. And this accuracy here is nearest minute is 1 minute. Therefore, error will be equal to 1 over 2. This is 0.5 minutes. Therefore, the upper bound value of time, this will be equal to 43 plus 0.5. And this will be equal to 43.5 minutes. We convert into hours because we have to calculate the average speed in kilometer per hour. This will be equal to 43.5 divided by 60, and this will be equal to 43.5 divided by 60. and 0.725 r. We substitute the value here. This is 36.5 divided by 0.725. This is in kilometer and 0.725 in r. Therefore, this will be equal to 36.5 divided by 0.725, and this will be equal to 50.34 kilometer per hour, and 3SF value here is 50.3 kilometer per hour is the answer. Question number 6, ABCD is a rectangle with area 30 centimeter square, AB length is x centimeter, and rectangle DEFG is removed from corner of rectangle ABCD, AE equal to CG equal to 2 centimeter. Write down an expression for BC in terms of x. Now you see here the area of rectangle here is 30 centimeters. Area of rectangle equal to length multiplied by breadth. The area of rectangle given here is 30. Length here is BC and breadth here is x. Therefore, we can write it as x BC equal to 30 over x, and this is the width of the rectangle. Now we write here is 30 over x. Part B, show that the shaded area y centimeter square is given by y equal to 2x plus 60 over x minus 4. Now the area of this shaded region will be equal to area of rectangle ABCD minus area of rectangle DEFG. Area of rectangle ABCD is given in the question. This is 30 centimeter square minus area of rectangle DEFG will be equal to length multiplied by width. The length here is FG multiply EF. You see here this length BC is given in the part A. This is 30 over x, and therefore this length FG will be 30 over x minus 2, because this AE length is given 2 centimeter, and this is the length FG will be 30 x minus 2, and the length of EF, this length EF will be total length. You see here AB is x, and this path length is 2 centimeter. Therefore, this length will be equal to x minus 2 centimeter. Therefore, we write here is 30 minus FG length 30 over x, 30 over x minus 2 into x minus 2. Now we can write it as 30 minus 2x over x into x minus 2. And we take the LCM of 1 and x is x. Therefore, we can write it as 30x minus 30 minus 2x into x minus 2. And this value we can write 30x minus 30x plus minus 30 times 2 is 60. Minus 2x into x is minus 2x square. Minus 2x into minus 2 is plus 4x over x. Now we can write it as 30x minus 30x plus 60 plus 2x square minus 4x over x, and plus 30 minus 30 will be cancelled, and we can write it as 2x square plus 60 minus 4x over x and minus 4x over x. We can write it as 2x plus 60 over x minus 4. Hence, it is proved. Part C, complete the table for y equal to 2x plus 60 over x minus 4. Write your answer correct to one decimal place. Here y equal to 2 into 14 plus 60 over 14 minus 4, we can write it as 28 plus 30 over 7. We divided this fraction by 2, we get 30 over 7 minus 4, and this is 24 plus 30 over 7 is equal to 4.28, and this value will be equal to 28.28, and we can write it as 28.3, and this value is 28.3. Part D, draw the graph y equal to 2x plus 60 over x minus 4. These are the points of x and y coordinate. Here x is 2, y is 30. This is the point 230. Next is x is 3, y is 22. This is 3 and 22. This position will be the 322. And 4, 19. This is point 4 and 19 is the middle of 20 and 18. We mark this position. We write here. This is the position 4, 19. And next is 6, 18. This is 6, x is 6 and y is 18. Therefore, this position will be 6, 18. And next is 8, 19.5. You see here, this is 8. And this is 19. 19.5 is just above the 19. This position will be the 19.5. And next is 10, 22. And this is 10, 22. Next is, this position is 22. Y is 22, x is 10. Next is x is 12, y is 25. This is the position 12, 25. Last is 14, 28.3. This is 28 and just above the 28, this is 28.3. Now we will join these points, and we join these points here. After joining these points, we get the required graph, and this is the y equal to 2x plus 60 over x minus 4. Part E, the shaded area is 24 centimeters square. The area of AB is less than length of BC. Use your graph to find the dimension of rectangle ABCD. The area of shaded region is 24 centimeters square. Y represents the area of shaded region. Therefore, y equal to 24 centimeters square. We will draw the line here. This is the line y equal to 24. This line intersects the graph at this position. Value of x here is equal to 2.6. And next value of x you see here, this is the value of x, and this value is equal to 11.5. Now we have to find the dimension of rectangle ABCD. The length of AB is equal to x, and the length of BC is equal to 30 over x. We have to select the length where the length of AB is less than the length of BC. Here is the length of AB is 2.6, and this length, then the length of BC will be 30 over x is 2.6. This will be equal to 11.5. Next length you see here is AB is 11.5 and the BC 30 over 11.5. This will be equal to 2.6. Therefore, this length in which AB is smaller than the BC, and this value is AB is 2.6 centimeter and BC is 11.5 centimeter. The dimension of ABCD will be AB is 2.6 by 11.5, centimeter is the dimension of ABCD. Question 7 part A, simplify 7a minus 4b minus 2a plus b. You see here the like term here are 7a minus 2a. This will be equal to 5a. And the next like terms here 4b plus 2b. And this will be equal to minus 3b. This is the answer. Part B, expand and simplify 3 into 2x minus 3 plus 5 into x plus 2. We expand the first expression. We multiply 3 by 2, we get 6x. Then 3 by 3 minus 9. Next is 5 into x, it will be 5x. And next is 5 multiplied by 2, this will be equal to 10. Now 6x plus 5x are the like term, therefore we add these terms, it will be equal to 11x minus 9 plus 10, the answer will be plus 1, and this is the answer of the part B. Next part C, 6x square minus 2x minus 9 equal to 0. Show all your working, give your answer correct to 2 decimal place. This equation can be solved by using the quadratic equation because the answer will be in 2 decimal place. Therefore, we cannot factorize easily. Therefore, we use the quadratic formula here. The quadratic, according to quadratic formula, x equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4 times of ac square root of this expression our 2a. Here is the a. Here a is the coefficient of x square is a. Coefficient of x is minus 2 is b. And the constant is c is minus 9. Now we substitute the value here. Here b is minus 2. And we write plus minus as it is. B square minus 2 whole square minus 4 times of a is 6 into c is minus 9. Our 2 times of a, 2 into 6. Therefore, we get plus 2 plus minus 4 minus minus plus 4 times 6 is 24. 24 times 9 is 216. And we write here is plus 216 over 12. And this will be equal to 2 plus 220 square root over 12, or x equal to 2 minus square root of 220 over 12. 2 plus 220 square root equal to 16.83 divided by 12. And this value equal to 1.40. And next value x will be equal to 2 minus 220 square root. This will be equal to minus 12.83 divided by 12. And this will be equal to minus 1.069. And we can write it as minus 1.07. Therefore, 1.4 and minus 1.07 is the answer. Part D, write as a single fraction in its simplest form. Part first, x over 4 divided by 2 over y. We can write it as x over 4 as it is. Now we convert divide into multiply. If reverse the fraction, this we can write y over 2. And therefore, this value will be equal to x y over 8. And this is the answer. The next part, second, 3 over x minus 5 minus 7 over 2x plus 1. The LCM of the denominator x minus 5 into and 2x plus 1 will be x minus 5 into 2x plus 1. You see here the denominator of first fraction become x minus 5 into 2x plus 1. Therefore, we multiply the numerator with 2x plus 1. 3 into 2x plus 1. And next is the minus is written as it is, 7 is written as it is, into, you see here the denominator become x minus 5 into 2x plus 1. Therefore, we multiply this x minus 5 with 7. And now we write x7 into x minus 5. And this value will be equal to 6x plus 3 minus 7x plus 35. Our x minus 5 into 2x plus 1. And this will be equal to 6x minus 7x, or the like term, therefore it would be minus 1x, and 35 plus 3 will become 38. Our x minus 5 into 2x plus 1 is written as it is, and this is the answer. Question number 8, part A. Group of 40 children are each asked how many books they read last month. The table shows the result. First part, first write down the mode. Mode is the most occurring value. Now the most occurring data here is the 1, because 1 occur 11 times. Therefore, this is the answer. Question 8, part second, find the median. Median is the middle value of the data. You see here are the 40 children. Therefore, the middle value will be 40 plus 1 over 2, and this will be equal to 20.5th value. And therefore, the 20th and 21st value average is the middle value. You see here. The first 7 values 0. Next 11 values here 1. Therefore, the next 19th to 27th value here is 2. Therefore, 2 plus 2 over 2, this will be equal to 4 over 2, and this is the 2 is the middle value. Therefore, 2 is the median of this data. The next is the calculate mean. To calculate mean, the formula of mean is the sum of value divided by total number of values. The sum of values we can find if we multiply the number of books to frequency. After multiplying, we add all these values, we get the sum of values. You see here 0 multiplied 7 is 0. 1 multiplied 11 is 11. 2 multiplied 9 is 18. 3 multiplied 5 is 15. 4 multiplied 6 is 24. 5 multiplied by 2 is 10. The sum of these values here will be 78. Now we write here 78. Our total values here are 40. We divide 78 divided by 40, we get 1.95, and this is the mean. Next is the part fourth. 1 of 40 children is chosen at random. Find the probability that this child read 4 or more books. Give your answer as fraction in simplest form. Now the probability one child selected who reads 4 or more books equal to total number of children who reads 4 or more books. You see here the total number of children who reads 4 or more books are 6 plus 2 divided by total number of books. The total number of books here are 40. Therefore, 8 over 40, and this will be equal to 1 over 5. And this is the answer. Question number 10, question number 8, part B. There are 10 books on a shelf. 7 of books are fiction and 3 are non-fiction books. Part first, Sanjay takes a book from the shelf at random, looks at it and replaces it. He then asks another book from the shelf at random, looks at it and replaces it. Find the probability that one book is fiction and the other book is non-fiction. The probability of fiction for one book is fiction and other is non-fiction equal to probability of fiction and non-fiction book, or second case, probability of non-fiction book and the fiction book. Therefore, we can write it as probability of f into probability of f dash plus probability of f dash into probability of f. Here is the probability of fiction books. Here are 7 fiction out of 10. Therefore, we write 7 over 10. And when he select first book, then he replace it and select second book. Therefore, the books remain 10. And non-fiction books here are 3. Therefore, the probability 3 over 10. Next is the probability of non-fiction book. He select first book is non-fiction. Therefore, this probability will be total non-fiction book over total books. 3 over 10 is the probability. Next, you see here he replaced the books. Therefore, the total books remain same. Therefore, he selects the fiction books. There are 7 fiction books. Therefore, 7 fiction books out of 10. Therefore, the probability will be number of non-fiction book over total books. And we can write it as 7 times 3 is 21. 21 over 100 plus 21 over 100. Therefore, this will be equal to 42 over 100. And this will be equal to 21 over 50. And this is the answer. Part second, Mona takes 3 books from 10 books on a shelf at random without replacement. Find the probability that only one of the books she takes is as fiction books. Here are fiction books 7 and non-fiction books are 3. The probability of 3 books selected will be equal to 3 books selected, only one is fiction. Therefore, this probability will be equal to probability of 1 fiction books and the remaining other 2 books are non-fiction. Next is the probability of first book is non-fiction, other is fiction, and the third book is non-fiction. And third option here will be when he select first 2 books are non-fiction and the last book is third book is fiction. This now we write the probability of fiction book. The probability of fiction books equal to total fiction book over total books. Here our fiction book is 7. Total books are 10. Next is the probability of non-fiction books. The non-fiction books are 3 and total books will be 9 because one book is already selected. And next is third book is selected. The third book's also non-fiction because we have to select only one fiction book. Therefore, the next the total non-fiction books will be 2 because one fiction book is already selected. The total books become 8 because 2 books are already selected. Next is the probability of non-fiction books. Non-fiction books here are 3 out of 10. Next is the probability of fiction books. The total fiction books here are 7. Total books here will be 9 because one is already selected. And next is we select non-fiction book because we have to select only one fiction book. Therefore, the total non-fiction books remaining will be 3 and the total books will be 8 because the 2 books are selected. And next is the probability of F dash will be 3 out of 10 books because the non-fiction book are 3, total books are 10. Next will be 2 over 9 because the remaining books of non-fiction will be 2 and the total books remain 9. And next is we have third book is selected as fiction. Therefore, the fiction are 7 books out of 8. We simplify it. Therefore, 6 times 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 7 is 42. Our 8 times 9 is 72. 72 times 10 is 720. Next is also 42 over 720. And next is 42 over 720. Now we can write it as 3 multiply 42 over 720. Now 3 times 24 is 72. 3 times 0 is 0. Now next is we simplify 6 times 7 is 42, 6 times 4 is 24, 6 times 0 is 0, therefore 7 over 40 is the answer. Question 9, the diagram shows a triangular prism. AB is 6 centimeter, angle BAC 55 degree, the length of prism is 20 centimeter, the area of triangle ABC is 34.4 centimeter square. Calculate the volume of the prism. Give your answer of give the units of your answer. You see here this is the prism and the volume of the prism is equal to base area into height. Volume of prism formula is equal to base area of prism multiplied by height. Height is the distance between two bases. You see here the area of this is the base area of triangle. We write here is the area of triangle ABC multiplied by height. Height is the distance between two bases. This is 20. The area of triangle ABC here is 34.4 multiplied by 20, and this will be equal to 688 cubic centimeter. The unit of volume is cubic centimeter, and this is the answer. Part second show that AC equal to 14 centimeter, correct to three significant figure. You see here the area of triangle is 34.4 centimeter square. We write here is area of triangle ABC is equal to 34.4 centimeter square. Now the area of triangle formula is 1 over 2 into product of the two adjacent side, AB into the sine of the angle between them. And here is the length. A is, we write the adjacent lengths here are AB and AC. AB multiplied by AC multiplied by sine angle between them. Sine is 55. And this will be equal to 34.4 centimeter. And this is 34.4. Now we can write it as 1 over 2 multiplied by AB is 6 multiply AC into sine of 55 degree equal to 34.4 centimeter square. Now we can write it as 2 times 3 is 6. Therefore, 3 into sine 55 into AC will be equal to 34.4 and AC will be equal to 34.4 over 3 into sine 55 degree, and this will be equal to 34.4 divided by 3 divided by 55 sine, and this will be equal to 13.998, and this is approximately equal to 14 centimeter the length of AC, and we have to prove this length of AC is 14 centimeter. Next is the calculate the surface area of prism. You see here the surface total surfaces of this prism here are two bases and three rectangle. Therefore, the area surface area of prism will be equal to 2 multiply area of triangles ABC plus the area of right rectangle plus area of left rectangle plus area of bottom rectangle. Now 2 into area of triangle ABC is 34.4 plus area of right side rectangle. You see here, this is the length 20 and this length BC, this is the length of BC. We multiply 20 multiply BC, 20 multiply BC plus area of left rectangle. This length is 20 and the width is 6, 20 into 6 plus area of bottom rectangle. This is 20 into AC, 20 multiplied by AC. You see here AC is 14. We write here is 20 multiplied by 14. And this will be equal to 68.8 plus 20 BC plus 20 multiplied by 6 is 120 plus for 20 multiplied by 14 is 280. We will find BC length to calculate the area of prism. The length of BC we can find by using the cosine rule because the two sides AC and AB and the angle between them is given. We can find the opposite side of this triangle. Therefore, in triangle ABC, we write here is in triangle ABC, the length of BC square will be equal to AC square plus AB square minus 2 times of AB into AC into cos of angle between them, cos 55. The length of AB and AC, AB is 6 centimeter, AC is 14, 14 square plus 6 square minus 2 times of 14 into 6 into cos 55, and BC square will be equal to 14 square plus 6 square minus 2 multiply 14 multiply 6 multiply 55 cos. This will be equal to 135.6 and we take the square root and the square root here will be 11.64. 11.64. We write the value of BC here in this equation 68.8 plus 20 into 11.64 plus 120 plus 280. Now we add all these values and this will be equal to 701.7 centimeters square is the area of prism. Part B, the diagram shows a cuboid with a square base. The height of the cuboid is 8 centimeter. The volume of cuboid is 98 cubic centimeter. Calculate the length PQ. You see here, this is the cuboid and the length of cuboid and we suppose that is x. Therefore, the width of the cuboid is also x because the base is square. We have to find the length of PQ. The length of PQ will be equal to the length of this diagonal square of this diagonal length. This is the diagonal. We name it as PR. Therefore, PR square plus RQ square square root. This length will be equal to PQ. The PR square length you see here, this is the square and this is right angle there triangle. Therefore, PR square length is equal to x square plus x square because this is the base and this is perpendicular. The base square plus perpendicular square. Therefore, PR square length will be equal to 2x square. We write here is 2x square plus RQ square here is 8 square and therefore we can write it as 2x square plus 64 square root. You see here the volume of cuboid here is given is 98 cubic centimeter. You know the volume of cuboid formula is length multiplied by width into height equal to 98 cubic centimeter. The length and width here are x multiplied by x multiplied by height. Height is 8. Therefore, x square will be equal to 98 over 8 and this will be equal to 49 over 4. We substitute the value here. This will be equal to 2 into 49 over 4 plus 64 and this will be equal to 49 over 2 plus 64 square root and this will be equal to 49 plus 128 over 2 and this is 177 over 2 square root and 88.5 square root and we take the square root of 88.5. This is 88.5 square root and this value equal to 9.407. We write here is 9.407 and this is 9.41 is the PQ length. Question number 10. The diagram shows a circle center O with diameter AC and BD. Show that the triangle OAB is congruent to triangle ODC. Give a reason for each statement you make. You see here the sides OA and side OD will be equal because OA and OD are the radius of circle. The radius of circle. Next is the length OB is equal to OC. This length OB is equal to OC because these lengths also radius. OB equal to OC are also radius of circle. Next is the angle AOB and the angle COD are equal. These two angles are equal because these are vertical opposite angle. You see here the two sides and angle between them are equal. Therefore, two triangle will be congruent. We write here is the triangle OAB will be congruent to triangle ODC. The reason is SAS property. Part B, the diameter of circle is 10 centimeter, the length AB 9 centimeter. Calculate the difference between circumference of circle and the perimeter of the shaded shape. The circumference of circle formula is the 2 pi r minus the perimeter of circle length will be equal to length of AB plus length of DC plus the length of arc length BC plus arc length of AD. Firstly, we find 2 pi r, 2 into 3.142. Multiply the radius of circle here is, the diameter is 10 centimeter. Therefore, the radius of circle is 5. We write 5 minus AB length is 9 and this DC length is also 9 plus arc length equal to x degree over 360 multiply by 2 pi r plus this arc length is the x degree. You see here the angle between the angle subtended by arc length BC is f x degree. Therefore, the length the Angle subtended by arc length AD will also be x degree because these are vertical opposite angle. Therefore, we write x degree over 360 multiply by 2 pi r. Now we write here is 31.42 minus 18 plus x degree over 180 multiply by pi r, and this also 1 x over 180 into pi r. Now we can write it as 331.42 minus 18. You see here x over 180 pi r plus x over 180 pi r, it would be 2x over 180 pi into r. R is the radius is 5. We can write it as 31.42 minus 18. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 10 over 180 is 1 over 18 pi into x. We write x pi over 18. But the x degree of this angle we can find in triangle OAB. We can find this angle after calculating this angle OAB. We can find this angle x degree because the angle x degree will be equal to 180 minus angle AOB. Firstly, we find the angle AOB. The angle AOB we can find by using cosine rule. In the cosine rule, the length, opposite length 9 square will be equal to sum of the other two adjacent square of the adjacent length. This is length of OB. OB is 5 square. Next length is OA is also 5 square minus 2 time of the adjacent length 5 into 5 into the cos of the angle between them is cos of angle AOB. Therefore, this value is 9 times 9 is 81, 5 times 5 is 25 plus 25 minus 2 times 5 is 10, 10 times 5 is 50, cos of angle AOB. And this value will be equal to 81 minus 25, this will be equal to 31 minus 50 cos of angle AOB. Now this value will be equal to minus 31 over 50 equal to cos angle AOB. We convert the negative value into positive if we write angle cos 180 minus angle AOB. Now we can write cos 180 minus angle AOB equal to minus cos angle AOB. Therefore we can write it as cos 180 minus angle AOB is negative equal to negative 31 over 50, and therefore negative negative will be cancelled. Now the cos inverse 31 over 50 equal to 180 minus cos angle AOB, and this value is equal to 31 divided by 50. The cos inverse 51.68. We write here is 51.68 is the 180 minus angle AOB, and you see here this is the x degree. We write here is x degree equal to 51.68. We put the value here for 31.42 minus 18 minus x is 51.68 multiply by 3.142 divided by 18, and this value equal to, sorry, this is the sign plus sign, and 18 plus 9.02, and this will be equal to 31.42 minus 27.02, and this will be equal to 4.4 centimeter is the answer.